Now, in the previous videos, I read and explained the legislative powers of the president. Now, in this video, I'll be explaining the judicial powers of the president. The president possesses the following judicial powers. Now, judicial powers means the powers where he has control, where someone has violated a law and they have to be punished or some kind of justice is required. What are his powers and what role does he play is what we're going to study. The president possesses the following judicial powers: to modify punishment, number one. Number two, power to consult the Supreme Court. So there are two basic judicial powers. What are they? There are certain sub-points in it, so please understand. If you're asked a question about just the judicial powers, you please explain the two main points and their sub-points. If you're asked to just list, then you just write the headings. To modify punishment. What do you mean by modify? That means to change. Is there some kind of punishment that needs to be changed? Yes, there is. And what power does the president have? We're going to study. The president can grant pardon, reprieval, or remission of punishment passed by any court in the three cases, that is, in case of death punishment, in case where the punishment is given by a court martial, and where the punishment is for an offense against the union law. It may be noted that to modify punishment is a matter of grace or mercy on convict's appeal to the president. It is not a right of the convicted person. That means sometimes there are certain judgments that are given which are extreme, whether it could be death penalty, whether life imprisonment, court martial, there are a variety of judgments that can be given which are extreme, and the person doesn't somehow, they're not very satisfied. The convict, the person who's guilty, is not satisfied and he feels that he wants a little pardoning on the verdict. So what does he do? He writes or he requests the president to have mercy on him and to consider him and to reduce the intensity of whatever punishment that has been given to that person or that convict in that case. Second power to consult the Supreme Court. The president can seek legal advice of the Supreme Court on any question of law. It is bound to give its opinion on a point of law, but the president is free to accept the opinion on the Supreme Court or not. Sometimes the president may require some kind of consultation with the Supreme Court. So it discusses certain issues, but it is not the president is free, like it's his will whether he may whenever he's making any decisions. Whenever we are making any decisions, we always discuss it with somebody, but it's not compulsory. If you discuss with someone, you have to listen to them. Similarly, the president doesn't have to follow. If it's just an advice just been asked, if it's just a suggestion that just been asked, then it's not, there's no some kind of what do you say, some kind of force on the president that he has to follow it. No, he asked for a suggestion, he got a suggestion, it's his free will whether he follows it, whether he takes it, or whether he leaves it. Now, emergency powers of the president. When there is a state of emergency, what powers does the president have? That's what we're going to study. The president possesses the three types of emergency powers, that is, the national emergency caused by war, external aggression, or armed rebellion inside the country, Article 352. That means sometimes there is a state of emergency where the country is at war with another country, or there may be a certain curfew or some kind of chaos in the country where the president has to come and rule. Constitutional emergency caused by breakdown of the constitutional machinery in the state, Article 356. That means sometimes what happens is there is no proper functioning in a state. There is no ruling party. And at that point of time, it's the president who makes sure that the law and order is maintained, in that the administration is under check. So that's the time the president has power. Financial emergency caused by a threat to financial stability of India, that is Article 360. Sometimes the country may be in debt, that means they're falling short of money, or there's some kind of national calamity where there's money in large numbers need to be spent. So that's the time the President has the power how to allocate or how to use the finances, where those finances are supposed to be diverted. Next is your discretionary powers. Discretionary means sometimes the powers that they're not compulsory, but you make your discretion. That means you make your choice whether they have to be done or they can be ignored. What are they? We're going to study. From the above, we should not conclude that the president is just a figurehead or a zero head for the ceremonial purpose. He has a very important role to play in the actual working of the parliament system in our country. With no single party getting a clear majority, coalition of parties stake their claim to form the government. The president has to use his individual judgment and invite such a leader to head the government as prime minister who can provide a stable government to the country. In this era of coalition politics, the president has a distinctive role to play. Now, discretion means it's his choice. If there's a situation where we cannot get a clear leader who's the winner, who's going to become the prime minister, it is the president of India with his choice decides who's going to rule. When there's a state of majority on both ends, both are equal. There is no majority, I meant to say. They're both equal, or there are multiple parties that have got equal number of votes. Now, who's going to be the leader? Here it is the president. His final vote decides who's going to be in power. Now, this was about all the powers of the president: executive powers, legislative powers, judicial powers, emergency powers, and the discretionary powers. In your next videos, we are going to study about the position of the president. What are his limitations? Then we're going to study about the vice president, qualifications, term removal. That's going to be in your next video.